How's everybody doing? I hope you are doing well. We've got some important updates to go over today. First, well, actually, we'll save that for after the market news, the housing market news specifically. There are places online where people or persons or a person is pretending to be me that's not me. We'll talk about that after this. Home prices. Be very, very careful. There's articles coming out talking about home prices are still rising. And here's one in particular I'd like to point you to. Now, the real estate industry is very, very keen on having people believe that now is a good time to buy a home. Of course, that's their business. That's how they make money. That's how they make a living. No surprise. Simple, right? But articles like this, Newsweek, home prices are rising fastest in these 15 metro areas. If you look into the article, they're talking about year over year prices. So, of course, if you compare this last month, July, to July 2021, the year over year number, prices are going to be higher. But to say prices are going up, that's stretching it a little bit. Prices are actually going down nationally, not in every city, but nationally overall, on the average, prices are going down for the last 2 months. And if you look at states like California, from June to July, very significantly, prices are dropping. In fact, 3.5% just in that month over month number. A 3.5% price decline every month for a year, you're talking between a 30 and a 40% price drop if that month over month number were to continue for 12 straight months, right? So these are significant price declines. It usually starts in California. That's what's happening right now. But this article and articles like this that I've seen want you to believe that prices are still going up, and they're not, very often they're not talking about the month over month number. Now, some people say, well, month over month doesn't mean anything because prices could just reverse trend the following month. Well, think about this. Mortgage rates didn't start increasing drastically until early this year, until about January. And looking at a 1 year number, year over year, it's not going to include the higher mortgage rate time frame. So actually, in this case, because we did see the rapid rise in mortgage rates at the beginning of the year, I would much rather look at a month over month number versus a year over year number. And now with the Fed coming out and Jerome Powell coming out saying that they are focused on fighting inflation and they're not going to drop rates. In fact, they're talking about raising rates even higher. They're going to continue with this unwinding of their balance sheet. That's going to put further upward pressure on mortgage rates and further downward pressure on home prices, right? So this is very important to talk about. I'll link to this article. I'll put a screenshot up of it here so you can see kind of the tactics that are being used. So if you're someone in the market right now for a home, you may not be in California. You may be in a market that's not that overpriced, maybe Ohio, maybe Iowa, maybe Indiana. Those states did not see huge run-ups like many of the other states did, especially when you look at Florida, Texas, California, Washington. But most states are in bubble-licious territory, and I wouldn't be a buyer in most of these states right now. Of course, if you have a huge down payment or you're buying cash, what do you care if the home price drops 30, 40%? You're not going to care. You're a cash buyer. So no problem for you. But for people that are waiting for a good time to buy, I would hold your horses, and I'm not giving advice here. I'm holding my horses. Of course, I'm in California. I'm in San Diego, one of the most overpriced cities in the United States. Not a good time to buy, in my opinion, but people are still buying, and that's their choice. Hopefully they did their due diligence, and hopefully if they're underwater, when they do go underwater, they're not going to be freaked out. And hopefully these people that are buying now didn't need to depend on home equity as a lifeline, because when you're negative equity, you're not going to get a home equity line of credit, and that could really affect the economy overall. Now that people can no longer use their homes as piggy banks, that's going to be a major impact on the economy, because all that spending, it was borrowed money. Remember, economic booms in most cases are dependent on ever increasing amounts of debt. And when the debt stops, or when the home price acceleration stops or goes in reverse, like we're seeing now, then the wealth effect also goes in reverse. That's less spending. And then people start noticing that, and that's more people that become more cautious on spending. You see how this works? And jobs are dependent on people spending money, especially in a US type of economy where you have the economy we have here is about 70%, over 70% consumer spending. That would be service sector jobs and non-producer type of jobs, leisure, hospitality, that all depend on people swiping their credit cards and going into debt. So now that this is going into reverse, also expect to see more job losses. We're starting to see big job losses here in the mortgage industry. We've got mortgage companies filing for bankruptcy now, and this trend is going to continue. Why? Because rising rates, these debt levels are at levels we've never seen before. The increase in the debt is setting records, and so it's only a matter of time. Things are going to continue to get worse. We see the rescue programs out there with the student loans. That's not going to make a big enough difference because a lot of those borrowers were not going to be potential home buyers. Some of them were, but most of them weren't. This debt that's gotten deleted is not going to help people get into a home at these prices. It may help down the road when home prices correct further, but as of now, I don't think that's going to be a noticeable difference. All right, so we'll link to this article. Also, Goldman Sachs is out there with a warning. U.S. home prices are going to stall completely as soaring mortgage rates crush demand. And home prices are not just going to stall, they're going to continue to drop. Now, I don't see a crash. There's people out there that came to the conclusion that I said home prices are going to go up forever. No, over the past several years, I said they were going to continue to go up because what was happening with mortgage rates and all the rescue programs was going to cause inflation, and it did. But now things are different. Ever since January, mortgage rates are up. The Fed is unwinding their balance sheet. They're allowing mortgage rates to rise. Things have changed. And I continue to predict weakness in home prices until something else changes. If they come back and drop mortgage rates back to 3% or lower, of course, I'll reverse my prediction. But for now, I'm predicting further weakness in the housing market. It's not just me saying that anymore. Goldman Sachs is out there. Most people see the writing on the wall. They see what's happening. All right. Next topic. Be careful when people are saying that they're me. Even people down in comments are saying, hey, I'm Bull Boom Bear Bust. Come follow me over here. I'm not on any other platforms. All right. So if people are saying they're me, if they're interacting with you, and definitely if they're asking to have you send them money for an investment, I don't do that type of thing. I appreciate your donations and your support here on this channel, but people saying they're me on WhatsApp, that's not me. People saying they're me on TikTok, that's not me. Actually, I did try to upload to TikTok for a while, tried it out. That whole platform, the audience on that platform is not my audience. So if you see me on TikTok, that's not me. I don't upload there anymore. I tried it. What else? What was the other platform? Gosh, Facebook, not me. What's the other one? The big one. Owned by Facebook. Instagram, not me. I'm not on Instagram. Apparently, there's an account out there saying that they're me. None of those me. So be careful, and especially if they're asking you, if they're giving you advice or telling you to invest in this product and putting links in there. Not me. Lastly, I want to give some shout outs to some supporters of this channel. Of course, thank all of you for being here, but specifically the following viewers. Thank you very much to the following people for your support. DJ Jojo, thank you for the super thanks. Christopher Quinn, blessings, Christopher Quinn. Blessed to have you here. Thank you. Robert Ruiz. Ruiz, Ruiz, right? Yeah. Marco Allen, thank you for your support. Marco, really appreciate it. Helping keep this channel alive. We know we're not at the top of the search results here. We understand that. And Josh Martin, thank you for your support. Hope everybody's well. Be careful. People pretending to be me. Bull Boom Bear Bust, not me on these other platforms. Just here on YouTube. Thanks for being here, everybody. Be careful out there. Keep stacking. Bye for now. Peace.